The Yorubas are one of the biggest tribes in Africa with a strong sense of history, culture, tradition, religion, and so on. So, get ready for 7 unusual facts about the Yorubas you probably did not know about. The Yoruba tribe is one of the 3 largest and most powerful ethnic groups in Nigeria, making a considerable portion of the country's population, 21% to be exact. While the primary home of the Yorubas is Nigeria, there are well-established Yoruba settlements and clans in various countries around the world, especially in West Africa, countries like Togo, Benin Republic, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Senegal, and Ghana. In South American countries like Brazil, you'll find the Yorubas, and also in the Caribbean, places like Cuba, St. Lucia, Grenada, amongst others. The Yorubas constitute 47 million people worldwide. Number 2. The origin of the Yorubas. Yoruba mythology states that Yorubas descended from Oduduwa. The Yoruba people have different stories about their origin, but they all relate to the same ancestor, Oduduwa. Some oral traditions claim that Oduduwa was Olodumare's favorite Orisha, Olodumare being the supreme god, also recognized as Olorun, and as such, Oduduwa was sent from heaven to create the earth. Oduduwa was a Yoruba divine king. According to tradition, he was the holder of the title of the Ooni of Ile-Ife, the Yoruba holy city. He was not only the first ruler of a unified Ife, but also the progenitor of various independent royal dynasties in Yoruba land, an ancestor of their numerous crowned kings. His name, phonetically written by Yoruba language speakers as Oduduwa and sometimes contracted as Oodua, Odudua, or Oodua, is today venerated as the hero, the warrior, the leader, and father of the Yoruba race. For a long time, as propagated by early writers of Yoruba history of the Hausa people, he was said to be an eastern prince whose people were driven out of their kingdom in Mecca in Arabia and were forced to migrate in a long march to present-day southwestern Nigeria, though this belief is now thought to reflect later Islamic influences. 3. Royalty. The Yorubas hold their kings or Obas in very high esteem. Ile-Ife is considered the cradle of Yoruba land, and Oduduwa was its first king. The word Oba is a word borrowed from the great Benin Kingdom. The word Yorubas mainly use to call their kings is Kabiesi, meaning he who cannot be questioned, and they generally refer to them as Kabiesi Igbakeji Orisha, which means the deputy of the gods. The kings are chosen by Ifa, the oracle of Orunmila, and confirmed by the kingmakers or Afobaje. The life of a Yoruba king from the period he ascends the throne to his passage to the spiritual realm is shrouded in mystery, as he is not just the traditional head but the spiritual and religious leader. Thus, his rise to the position is accompanied and guided by several rites, one of which is considered the process of Ije Oba, which literally means eating the king. In one of the rites, the heart of the previous Oba is prepared in a traditional concoction to be eaten by the new Oba. The Yorubas do not believe that their kings die. So in Yoruba land, we do not say Oba Ku, which means Oba has died, but we rather say Oba Waja, which means he has been transformed and transported to the spiritual realm, where the new king is put through a rite that makes him a continuation of the new king. Traditionally, Yoruba kings are not buried, but the bodies are put through rites and rituals. Number 4. Naming their newborns. The Yorubas have a well laid down rule, law and structure which guides their acts and utterances. In Yoruba land, the tradition pertaining to the naming of a newborn is that every newborn should be given a name 7 days after birth. The names of the children are traditionally found by divination, performed by a group of Babalawo. These are traditional Ifa priests. But in recent times, names can also come from those of ranking members of the family, including the father, mother, grandparents, or next of kin. Both the mother and father and other next of kin can give their own favorite names to the child or children. Baby names often come from the grandparents and great-grandparents of the child to be named. Yoruba names are carefully considered during the week prior to the naming ceremony, as great care is placed upon selecting a name that will not reflect any sort of negativity or disrepute. In other words, selecting a name that previously belonged to a thief or criminal for a Yoruba child is not considered as a wise idea, as it is, according to Yoruba philosophy, could result in the child growing up to become a thief or criminal. Items such as honey, sugar, salt, palm oil, and adun are usually placed in bowls in the room where the naming ceremony takes place. After the service or as part of the service, the baby's mother and the master of the ceremony taste a bit of the honey, sugar, salt, palm oil, and adun. Each signifies the hope that the baby's life will be sweet. They also take a sip of schnapps. In the Yoruba naming ceremony, the grandparents can name the child in a Muslim naming. In the Christian naming, is usually the father of the child. In the traditional naming, is the mother of the child. And in the church naming, it is conducted by the family members. Number 5. Highest twin rates in the world. Yorubas have the largest number of twin births in the world. Imagine a town where 60% of the population is made of twins. The place is the heroic Igbora town, located in Oyo State, southwestern Nigeria. Twins are called Ibejis. The firstborn of a set of twins is called Taiwo or Taye, while the second is called Kehinde. At a time in history, twins were seen as unfortunate events or impeding negative occurrences, but today they are seen as blessings. Yorubas believe they are protected by a divine being known as Orisha. Research has shown that the large number of twin births in Igbora could be related to the eating habits of the women in the region. Though there is no scientific proof to show the direct relationship between dietary intake and twin birth, a research carried out by the University of Lagos Teaching Hospital suggests that a chemical found in Igbora women and the peelings of a widely consumed tuber of yam could be responsible. Yam contains phytoestrogen, a natural hormone that stimulates the ovaries to produce an egg from each side. But for the people of Igbora, there is no puzzle to their twin birth phenomenon. They point to the reportedly high estrogen content in agida, the local name of yam tubers, and also the influence of okra leaf or ilasa soup, which they assertively believe influences multiple births amongst them. Though from medical experts' perspective, considering the widespread prevalence of twin birth in Igbora town, genetics is the most factual factor. Number 6. Yorubas and the stigma of the left hand. The left hand, or owosi, as known by Yoruba people, is considered to be an unclean hand. The left hand is associated with a lot of negative connotation. It is the belief of the people that it is unclean to eat with your left hand, and certain activities are equally reserved for the left hand, such as picking your nose, picking up litter and dirt, or cleaning up after yourself when visiting the toilet. Also, you do not give or receive items with your left hand in Yoruba land. There is a popular saying also in Yoruba land that Omo ale ló máa ń fi ọwọ́ òsì júwe ilé bàbá rẹ̀, meaning it is a bastard that points to his father's house with the left hand. This further emphasizes the severity of the issue amongst the Yoruba people. Having said this, I would like to note that not all aspects of the culture looks unfavorably on the left hand. If you look at Ifa divination and religion, for example, the rite uses the left palm of an individual to reveal details of their future and also to hold traditionally sacred items. Number 7. Meaning of the word Yoruba. The word Yoruba has been said to be derived from the word Yariba, which is an Arabic or Hausa word according to historical accounts. It was a northern Nigerian scholar, Ahmed Baba al-Masufi, who coined the term to describe the people of the Oyo Empire. Initially, the term was used to describe the people of Oyo, but subsequently it became a descriptive term for the peoples who inhabited the southwestern part of Nigeria and spoke a common language. The formal use of the word was by Bishop Ajayi Crowther's effort in creating a Yoruba dictionary. Among some Yoruba scholars and opinion leaders, the word has a derogatory undertone, as it was considered as one of the denigrating labels used by Hausa Fulani to describe the Yoruba peoples they encountered in their trade expeditions. It was said that these traders harbored the Yoruba for their shrewdness and what they perceived as trickery in their business negotiations. Yariba, according to the dictionary compiled by Bishop Ajayi Crowther, means a bastard and deceitful person. The British colonialists also entrenched the term when they needed a name to collectively describe the peoples of the southwest of Nigeria who have a common language and heritage. As it is usual with the colonial government of Britain, they tend to seek the advice of their local proxies, the Fulanese, in determining major issues concerning other nationalities in the geographical expression they coin out for their imperialistic exploits. Unfortunately, the term Yoruba appears to be so entrenched that the real meaning of it is completely lost on its people. So there you have it, guys, 7 unusual facts about the Yorubas. If there are any other facts that we have missed out, please kindly leave them below in the comment section, and also make sure you like, share, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Thank you for joining us on Golka TV, and we'll catch you next time on another interesting video.